A very good morning to everyone. My name is Kuldeep Verma. This is our first video on Introduction to Motion. Everything around us is in motion, from the cars driving down the street to the birds flying in the sky. Motion is a fundamental part of our world, but how do we describe and measure motion? In this video, we explore some key concepts: motion, speed, velocity, acceleration, and how we can represent them using graphs. What is motion, children? Motion is simply the change in position in an object with respect to time. If something moves from one place to another, it is in motion. But what does that really mean? When we say an object is in motion, we mean the position is changing with respect to time. For example, a car moving along a road changes its position relative to the road and time, and the houses around it. What is speed? Now let's talk about speed. Speed is how fast an object moves. It's the rate at which the object changes its position over a given time. To calculate speed, we divide the distance traveled by the time it takes to travel that distance. For example, if you drive 60 km in 1 hour is 60 km, its speed will be 60 km per hour. What is velocity? Now let's move to velocity. Speed is just how fast you move, but the velocity includes in which direction you are moving. Speed with direction is called velocity. So 60 km per hour gives us speed, but 60 km per hour to the north gives us velocity. An important thing to move is that velocity can change even if speed remains constant. If you change direction while moving, the same your velocity changes. Now we move to the next topic, that is acceleration. Now what is acceleration? Acceleration is the rate of change of velocity with respect to time. It does not mean just speeding up, it can also mean slowing down to even changing direction. For example, if you pass the gear pedal in a car, the car speeds up, a positive acceleration. If you press the brake, then the car slows down and it's a negative acceleration. This is called retardation. Now, understanding motion with graphs. One of the best way to understanding motion is through graphs. A graph helps us visualize how an object is in motion, changes over time. The most common graph used to study motion is a distance versus time graph. It's a distance versus time graph. The x-axis represents the time and y-axis represents the distance. A straight upward sloping means the object moving in a constant speed. The steeper the line, the faster the object is moving. If the line is flat like this, it means the object is not moving, the object is at rest. If the line is steeper like this, the object is moving faster. Now we move to the next velocity versus time graph. Another important graph is the velocity versus time graph. This type of graph help us to track how an object's velocity changes over time. If the time slopes upward like this, it means object is accelerating or speeding up. If the line slopes downward, it means the object is deaccelerating or slowing down. A flat horizontal line means the object is moving at a constant velocity with no acceleration. So to recap motion is the change in position with respect to time. Now speed tells us how fast an object is moving, velocity tells us speed with direction, and acceleration tells us about the rate of change of velocity, and the graph helps us visualize all the concepts of motion. To understand motion, from the speed of an object to the acceleration of a rocket, these concepts are used everywhere in our daily lives. The next time you see something motion, think about how you could describe it with speed, velocity, acceleration, and may even plot it on a graph. Thanks for watching and stay curious as you explore the world of motion.